just to give you some perspective on how big these guys are, in the last 24 hours, they've done over $75 billion of volume.
I see this almost as a bubble.
And there's a reason why we don't list that on the SwissBorg app.
Hi everyone, I'm here again with Shane and Pietro from SwissBorg Ventures, our absolute superstars. It's a pleasure to have you here again today.
You're very welcome. It's the best show he does, Pietro. Do you know that? He just told me that.
It's the only good show he does. This is the one. Oh, no, I'm joking.
It is one of my favorite, I can say that. And Shane, I know that you're off to the races with your racing car, so I appreciate you squeezing this in even this week.
That's it. That's what we do. Always 24/7, 365. The shop is always open.
I love it. Okay, let's get started straight away. So we're actually going to start with one that I have a bit of a bias for because I used to build DAOs on this network a couple of, I was about to say years ago, but months ago. Time moves quickly in the crypto space. So Matic, what do we think about it in the next 7 days? Would we up or down? 3, 2, 1, go for it. Pietro, I'm going to let you take the lead.
So Matic, I find a very interesting one, just amongst this whole news of the merge. And people think that, all of a sudden Ethereum can just become this scalability giant, which is not the case. So we still have to look at some other L2s, and Matic really is looking very good right now. There's a lot of NFT presence on the rise there. And it also is part now of the Disney Accelerator program in 2022. So part of their AR, AI, and NFT integration for Disney experiences. So, I mean, that's a very good bullish indicator, in my opinion.
Yeah, massively. The integration with Disney is going to be huge. The backlog of content that they have is just unbelievable. Serious movers in the content and entertainment space. Listen, here's the deal. Polygon Matic sitting at currently 14 in the hot charts. About 80 cents is where it's currently trading. It's bringing the world to Ethereum. That is a big, big, big statement. It's Web3 for all. It's all about scaling. That's what these guys do so well. Great security, low transaction fees with the security at that level that you would require for scaling. Listen, they brought Instagram to launch their NFTs. Mm-hmm. They bought Stripe to launch their global payment system. And when we're talking about culture and originals, we're talking about Adidas. And there's no better person to talk about originals, culture, and Adidas than me. I've got more Adidas than anybody. I guarantee you I'm going to beat your ass. When we're talking about Adidas originals, who did they choose? They choose Polygon. These guys are on fire. They're going to do really, really well. And when you look at the sell-off that we've currently seen in markets, these guys actually didn't sell off as much as some of the others. So really strong community and doing amazing things for Ethereum.
Can only agree. In all transparency, I bought them quite early. So I think at the highlight or at the highest point, I did like a 35x, but I didn't sell off. I think there's tremendous potential. There's a fantastic team behind it, a huge community. They have the Mumbai testnet. It's easy to build upon. They have great infrastructure to help developers. They have a growing number of developers on it. Fantastic. It's Ethereum for the masses. It's where you can go and set up a DAO and get started with a group of friends or your gaming friends or whatever.
Well said, Alex. Hey, I thought this guy was the marketing guy. Who told me this guy was long Matic and beating my ass on price? Now I know who to go to.
Okay, so next up we have another fan favorite. We got BNB. What is our prediction for the next 7 days? What do we think? 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Stay in the middle.
Pietro, you take it.
I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish, but I'm not bullish just on a comparative level, let's say. So it's the same with what I mentioned a little bit last week, that I think personally, and again, this is not an investment decision at all, it's my personal opinion, I would rather hold some other tokens. I see a lot more upside potential with the next bull run with some other tokens. Next bull run, whenever that is coming, could be short or long term. And also I saw a lot more attractiveness in terms of the blockchains in the DeFi and NFT space from other blockchains. I know that Binance's presence is still massive exchange in the world, one of the biggest players, so it will go absolutely nowhere. But yeah, comparatively, I would say in the middle.
Sober view, Pietro, and well made. Listen, here's the deal. You can never bet against Binance or CZ. Not that we would. However, you've got to have total respect for the dominance they have. They're the gorilla in the room. They've got over 90 million verified users. They have over 600 cryptos that they list. It's trading around 295 bucks. It's had a high recently of 325, and it's up in the last 3 months from 200. It's showing great strength. You know, just to give you some perspective on how big these guys are, in the last 24 hours, they've done over $75 billion of volume. It's not something that I would bet against, and I think these guys continue to outperform the market. So a lot of respect and fair play to them.
BNB is a behemoth. So I think we've seen a little bit of a correction over the last 2 days. I think some shorts were put into effect. I think for the next 7 days, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm looking to get in a little bit extra now that the price is a little bit lower. I still think it has a little bit more to push. I looked at the real yield data on PancakeSwap, one of the bigger dexes on the Binance chains, and I think they're doing 93 million in revenue or something like that a year, 6 million in the last 30 days. To me, that is a good indicator when some of the bigger players on a chain in an ecosystem is starting to see an increase in revenue again, in real yield. That's when I think it's an early indicator that the community is getting back to it. They're starting to using it again. And for that reason, I'm a little bit bullish for the next 7 days. But my personal opinion, not financial advice. Okay, so for the third one, we have a lot of fan favorites this day. So we have Polkadot in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Interesting, Alex. Interesting. Pietro, you kick it off. I'll join you after.
Absolutely up. I think it's one of the most innovative projects in terms of just a long time frame. I think it's a little bit the future of blockchains, this layer zero solution. I'm a massive fan of the parachains, or obtaining a parachain slot, how the whole system works with the auctioning for the parachain slots, and the fact that it's numbered. So they're really aiming for quality compared to like a Cosmos that is more about quantity, right? Anyone can create on there. So I think it's immense potential and still a lot of untapped potential. I think there's a lot more to come. This for me is a long-term horizon kind of position. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, when you're talking about Polkadot or Dot, there's 2 words, and the second one is wood. The first one is Gavin. He has continued to execute through anything that he's given. He is absolute inspiration. English gentleman, great to see the English flying their flag. But anytime you get the opportunity to see him speak, he is mind-blowing with his vision and understanding of a decentralized multi-chain version of Web3. Big shout out for the guys over at Dot for hosting us in Davos. I love the cocktails that you had. I think I had more than 3, but it was definitely a great time. So really close to all those guys, everything on the parachain auctions and everything that the guys are doing at Polkadot. SwissBorg Ventures, salute you, and it's great to have such a strong relationship with them.
And I have nothing more to add. We're also running a bit out of time, so I'm actually going to jump straight into the fourth one because I think both of you said what can be said about Polkadot. So on 4th spot, we have Avalanche. What do we think? In 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Kick it off.
Have we had a 3 thumbs up before?
No, I think this is the first one, I think.
Ooh, bullish.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pietro, go ahead, take the lead.
No, so excellent blockchain. I've been a massive fan for a while, especially also because they delve a lot into the gaming and the play to earn ecosystem. We saw a lot of attraction also in the SwissBorg venture side with the numerous deals that have been coming through our doors, through our funnel system. A lot of them and a lot of the gaming ones have been related to play to earn options in Avalanche. Incredible ecosystem and incredible community. So we also joined the Avalanche Summit in Barcelona, and that was incredible. It was incredible to see how many people joined, how much hype there was around all the projects they're working on. So great. One for the future again, very different to my reasoning for Polkadot, but excellent one for the future for sure.
Yeah, I think there's not many people that know anything more on Avalanche than Pietro. He's really dived deep into that. He covers it so well. I think when you're looking at the digitalization of all world assets, this is exactly what they're doing. It is surprising, Pietro, you're absolutely right, as we're inundated with deal flow, and especially looking at gaming, of which we have an edge and which we focus on. So many of them were built on Avalanche. So yeah, it's a real credit to what they're doing over there. Very bullish on it, and yeah, good luck and best of luck to all the guys over there. They're doing a great job.
Wonderful. We're running out of time, but I'm going to add a little bit of my sentiment on it because I love it. Really impressed with what they're doing in the game space. I think gaming, esport as in large, is growing tremendously. Just to give the audience some numbers, I think in the Philippines, as an example, there's over 30 million active Web3 gamers, right? That's 30% of the entire population. Just wait until that reaches Southeast Asia in general and more established markets. It's a behemoth waiting to explode, in my opinion. Really think it's a fantastic team. Really love their niche that they have carved out for themselves.
And that's why we have it listed on the SwissBorg app, by the way. That's why we have Avalanche listed on the SwissBorg app.
Exactly. And also shout out to SwissBorg, our Web3 gaming space. If you want to know more about it, check them out. They're absolutely champions in this field. Lastly, we have Tron in 3, 2, 1.
And there's a reason why we don't list that on the SwissBorg app. No, it's Tron. I'm going to let Pietro be the sober voice in the room.
Tron, I've covered it a lot in the market updates, and it was starting to gain a lot of momentum in the DeFi space, and really looked into what's going on there. And the connection with the Tron coin to the USDD stable coin, similar to what happened to Luna. Again, this is not me predicting the future. Like, this is 100% what will happen to Tron, and because it has the same kind of mechanics, which is not the case, because right now it's what, top 15 in market cap. It's really huge. The ecosystem is becoming quite huge, but I see this almost as a bubble in a way, and I personally don't want to stay anywhere close to that. Then again, that's me personally, but yeah, that's my reasoning.
4 words, no comment, Justin Sun. I'll leave it there.
In all transparency, I don't see I see a lack of sustainable business model. That's my worry. And if I don't understand it, if I don't understand how it's sustainably generating a bottom line, I tend to wait until I either understand it or I let the opportunity pass me by, because if you don't understand it, don't get involved in it. That's my fundamentals. Thank you both so much for taking the time. I know that you're very busy. I know that it's very much appreciated. It's one of my highlights during the week. Thank you for participating. See you again next week. And Shane, drive carefully tomorrow at the track.
Oh, you know I'm going to drive it like I stole it, because that's what I do. Thank you very much. Keep it SwissBorg, and SwissBorg we trust.